First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, the honors to the elders, great millstone, and salutation to all Yakim on the highlands and byways, being to the mirrors. So what I'm talking about, Esau, about coronavirus is spreading across the world. Esau is making moves behind the scenes, This is recent. This was this week So Esau is attacking other nations while they're too focused on the coronavirus because Esau is a coward. So I want to I want to start off with this one.
The U.S.
Okay. So let's read the title. American warplanes bomb pro-Iranian militias in Iraq in response to deadly rocket attack. This was a week ago.
Military has conducted airstrikes on militia weapon storage facilities in southern Iraq. U.S. officials say it's a retaliation for an Iranian-backed rebel group's missile attack on Wednesday that killed 2 American troops and 1 British soldier at a U.S. base in the country. CNN reports that U.S. warplanes targeted 5 facilities believed to have stored the type of rockets used in Wednesday's attacks. According to the Pentagon, the strike was aimed at stifling the activities of the Iranian-backed rebel group. In December of last year, the same group was accused of a rocket-style strike that killed an American civilian, setting off a series of events that led the U.S. to the brink of a war with Iran. The U.S. military...
So right now it's talking about Iraq. Revelation 17, verse 1, chapter 17, verse 1 to 8. Should I get... I don't want to get this one yet. I feel like that's too much to get into. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 23. How is the hammer of the earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? Talking about how in America, Babylon been the hammer of the whole earth. Yeah, it's, making diseases, And, there's 3 nations that just accused America of, everybody's blaming America, everybody. If you listen closely this week, behind the terrifying clamor of COVID-19 sweeping across the planet, you might have heard the sound of war, nearly breaking out again between the United States and Iran on Wednesday, the birthday of assassinated Iranian General Qasem Soleimani. A barrage of rockets slammed into the Camp Taji airbase north of Iraqi capital of Baghdad. The attack killed 2 Americans and a Briton, while wounding 14 others. A day later, U.S. forces in Iraq hit back, carrying out airstrikes against Kataib Hezbollah, an Iranian-backed Iraqi militia that is blamed for the attack. It is a safe bet that the violence between the United States and Iran will not stop there. So Esau fighting against Iran. The tensions are rising. Not only is there a fight with Iran and America, but now you got other countries getting involved. You got Russia talking about World War III warning, Russia's missile which could breach U.S. defense hypersonic destruction. World War III fears have been risen with U.S. and Russia escalating arms race, and now Vladimir Putin's forces have developed a weapon which could breach Washington's defense. So right there, it tells you right here that America's gonna be everybody. You got Iran fighting against America. You got Russia testing out missiles. So what's coming. Vladimir Putin's forces have stoked fear, and as a result, reports have emerged from Russia in recent months that the country is testing the just gonna say hypersonic missile. Putin said in February 2019, this is a hypersonic missile called the Tsarkon. It will have the speed of Mach 9. It has a range of 1,000 kilometers, 620 miles, and can hit Navy or land targets. The Russian president also sent a defiant message to the U.S. claiming Russia will always try to match Washington military developments. Mr. Putin added the U.S. once sought global domination. The U.S. once sought global domination through its missile program. They should abandon the illusion. We will always respond with a receptacle response. In fact, a CNBC report suggests the weapon could have been tested as many times as 10 times if Russian media information is correct. So this is a weapon even stronger than anything America got. America's gonna be destroyed, you know. Not only America, not only Russia, America, you know, Iran and Russia, but now you got North Korea. World War III, North Korea chilling missile warning to U.S. revealed. Coronavirus won't stop it. See, everybody's blaming it on America. Look at that. North Korea, Iran, Russia, they're all saying the same thing. America did it. World War III fears have been stoked by North Korea's repeated missile testing during Kim Jong-un's feud with U.S. President Donald Trump, and not even the coronavirus pandemic is preventing the rogue state from sending chilling warnings. Kim Jong Un is not happy. You know, everybody blaming, and they know it is America, and everybody's getting mad. You know, he's always trying to fight somebody. You know, he's always trying to start a war. America's gonna get bodied in the Middle East. You know, North Korea launched its first missile test of 2020 earlier this month, firing 2 identified projectiles over the sea from the Woosan area in the east of the country. Springtime is usually the point in the year when Supreme Leader Kim Jong accelerates his country's testing. North Korea completed 10 tests across 2019 with 2 in May. While the motives of North Korean tests are always a subject of speculation, one expert claimed the country is sending a warning to U.S. and its neighboring South Korea. Uh, in the U.S., more than 1,600 cases of the virus were being treated across the country, and at least 41 deaths have been reported. But North Korea, despite being in lockdown, is not letting up on its military ambitions, as this month's test shows. But I want to look for that part where he's actually saying that he don't like America. Hold up. But yeah, they're also suffering from the as you can see, from China. Commerce with China makes up more than 90% of North Korea's total trade. But given that Wuhan was the epic center of the crisis, the country's economy has suffered. So they're suffering. Everybody's suffering for that, you know. But everybody's going to war. Oh my bad. News. So, U.S. accused Russia of spreading conspiracy about the Wuhan coronavirus, including that it's a CIA biological weapon. See, look, everybody's saying it's a biological weapon from the United States. U.S. officials say they have uncovered a Russian disinformation campaign spreading conspiracy theories about the coronavirus. Officials told agence France Presse AFP that thousands of fake Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram accounts have been found spreading theories that the U.S. is behind the outbreak of the COVID-19 coronavirus. Posts reportedly included claims that the virus was a bid to wage economic war in China, that it was a bioweapon engineered by the CIA, and that it was fostered to push anti-China messages. Think about it, honestly. In the trade war, they were losing. America was losing that trade war with China. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually did this. The accounts are thought to be maintained by human operators rather than bots and posted in a range of languages, including English, Spanish, Italian, German, French. The U.S. thinks the U.S. is targeted at making it harder to fight the spread of the virus, particularly in Africa and Asia. By spreading disinformation about the coronavirus, Russian militant actors are once again choosing to threaten public safety by distracting from the global health response. U.S. Acting Assistant Secretary of State for Europe and Eurasia Philip Rieker told AFP. As of Sunday, the World Health Organization reported more than 78,800 cases of the virus worldwide. The vast majority of cases are still in mainland China, where the outbreak originated. But WHO warned on Friday that the window of opportunity limit as international spread is narrowing. So, everybody's blaming America. Let me see this. U.S. accused of Russia spreading conspiracy. Oh man, if you look up the word conspiracy theories, where it came from. I need to look up. I heard it came from the JFK. Oh, that's not origin. Yeah, Esau is a devil. You know. We're going to get another scripture. Revelation 17:1. And there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, talk with him, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Upon her head, her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great. No one knew who Babylon was, mystery. The mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. And the angel said unto me, Salaki, Wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carrieth her, which hath the 7 heads and 10 horns. The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go to perdition. And they that dwell on earth shall wander, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was, and is not, and yet is. So, it also tells you, in the scriptures, a golden cup in the Lord's hand. Isn't all these countries wasn't all these countries dealt with America before? Wait, let me get that. Let's see. Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 7. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. that made all the earth drunken. Nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. You got women, first women driving in Arabic countries, I mean, Ishmael ain't happy about that, you know. Women twerking, doing a whole bunch of madness, want to be single parents and all this, you know, eating abominable foods, you know. Everybody's going off, and it's whose fault that is? America and their philosophy, Everybody's getting tired of America. And guess what? America is controlled by Israel also. You know, Iran knows who's to blame for the virus. America and Israel. Think about it. Everybody's putting two and two together. Why would China make their own virus just hit them in their own country? Come on, man. I don't think Moab is that dumb. They're able to splice DNA and all this. Now all of a sudden they just, oh well, we messed up and we just dropped something on the floor. And it's like, come on now. Esau's a devil. If one is to believe the official numbers, Iran lags only China and Italy in the severity of its coronavirus outbreak. But Tehran continues to downplay the scale of the crisis. As of Wednesday, Iran has confirmed 17,361 cases and 1,135 deaths. But many sources suggest the actual totals could be much higher. In Guam, one of the centers of the outbreak, satellite photos appear to show mass graves being dug for virus victims. Several prominent members of the Iranian government, parliament, and clergy are either sick or already dead. I just want to get down to the part where they said America is the responsible. Uh, I started with here. As of news, coronavirus cases in Iran spread. The RRGC quickly developed a narrative for the disease. It portrayed the virus as a conspiracy orchestrated by the United States in attempts to rejuvenate the anti-Americanism that lies at the heart of the regime's ideology. Hossein Salami, the commander of the Guard, has suggested the coronavirus may be an American biological invasion, leading some of the regime's defenders to call for a retaliatory response. Indeed, a deeper look at RGC-linked communication networks reveals a systematic propaganda campaign to seize the pandemic as an opportunity to vilify not only the United States but also the regime's other traditional ideological enemy, Israel as well. You know? So Esau basically, what I think they're saying is they're taking advantage. America's taking advantage of this opportunity, not only to change their laws up, but to mess with other countries also. As you know, I was reading earlier in some of these articles that America shot missiles at Iraq, but they're militant. They're the militias of Iran over there. So basically, America is in Iraq, and they're fighting right now. Propaganda includes claims that the virus is a Zionist biological terrorist attack, in line with the previous allegations that the so-called Zionist regime has conducted 12 bioterrorist attacks against the people of Iran. The conspiracy theory has been supported by RGC-owned experts on biotechnology and genetics. Ali Karami, a professor at the RGC-run Atala University of Medical Sciences, appeared on Iranian state television to describe coronavirus as a biological ethnic weapon, specifically created by the American and Zionist regimens to target Iranian DNA. So Esau knows about people bloodlines, and that's why he always asking to test your blood and all this other stuff. Esau, what is he doing? He's drinking it. He's a weirdo. Not only is he doing that, but he's testing it out. See what is weak, what you're weak against. Your weaknesses, so you can put it and make a disease out of it, so you can die faster. Esau's a devil, man. Esau's not gonna fight fairly. Coronavirus has been described on the state television as a biological ethnic weapon created by the American and Zionist regiments to target Iranian DNA. Not only are they targeting Iranian because it started in China, so there's a reason why it was in China. You know. So it started over there, and it just spread it. So Esau thinks he can get away with this, but everybody's waking up. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. The earth, the nation have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Her philosophy, the way she does things. Greedy. America's greedy. Looted. I bet everybody I bet everybody across the world, not including America, knows about the Iraq War in 2001, about the Iraq invasion. Talking about. I bet it. But they know Esau seized all the gold over there. It wasn't even a war on a. It wasn't even a war on peace or whatever on had nothing to do with 9/11 either. Just wanted to steal everything they had and killed Saddam Hussein. I think it was him, or I think it was Gaddafi. It was Gaddafi, I think. But you know, so America is about to get ready to destroy. For 1 hour. It's gonna happen soon. Before the R fight. I don't know whatever the Lord. Oh man. Okay, this is not the right one. Whatever the Lord wants happen first. Her 1 hour, so great riches. Revelation 18 and 17 to 19. For 1 hour, so great riches has come to naught. You know, every shipmaster and all the accompanying ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood afar off and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning. Who is her? The harlot. She sat on many waters. You know, she she had a golden cup. Drunk enough for wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. Talking about America. Everybody's pointing a finger at America. If you don't, America's Babylon. You just can't. Like everybody looking at her, and no one's dealing. Europe is getting tired of America. No one like you got Donald Trump thinking he don't need no one. He doesn't need no allies. His pride is on top. He's just, you know and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, "What say like unto the great city?" No people, they're gonna regret it after they hit them missiles. And if they don't hit it, the Lord's gonna put the spirit on them to hit it anyway. They're gonna be asking themselves, "How did I move my hand?" That's the spirit of the Lord. Just shot all the missiles over there. And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, "Alas, alas, that great city, wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her coastlines, for in 1 hour is she made desolate." So in 1 hour, this is how these countries be getting money off of America, making clothes, whatever, furniture. So you think that so the TVs you get, so they're gonna be upset. China, everybody's gonna be upset, and that they're gonna regret like, dang, I should never did that. But it's not through them. It's the spirit of Yahweh Bashmi Shai that put the spirit on them to do that. Even if they stop trying to hit the missiles, right? The Lord's gonna be put the spirit on them to do it anyway. They're gonna be pressing. They're gonna ask themselves, why did I just do that? All the missiles gonna be shot over here. You know, that's what's happening right now. World War III, the tensions between Iran and America is escalating because America, Iran bombed, shot missiles at America and Iraq because of the coronavirus. Because they don't trust America, so they're fighting over there right now. For 1 hour, her great riches has come to naught. You know, so America is on its way out. So this is the coronavirus. Esau using it as a scapegoat. It probably is a real thing, but the number I think is exaggerated. Where's the bodies at? You know, all these 400 cases, but I don't see nobody showing up on the TV talking about I have it. Sketchy. But I want to end it like that. I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, double honesty, L's great millstone, and salutation to all y'all criminal highs and buyers. Till next time, I say shalom.